What's up guys, it's Robyn and welcome to the Robyn's Nest. Today on my channel I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this Pusheen cake. Now some of you may recognize this adorable little cat from her comic strip, or perhaps you may recognize her more famously in GIF form from posting on social media, as she's quite popular across many platforms. And it's no wonder because she is so cute and so round, and that makes her super cakeable. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now let's get into it. So for today's cake, I baked up 3 6-inch vanilla cake layers with some pretty rainbow sprinkles inside. We're just going to begin by trimming these down and leveling them out. And as you guys can see, these 2 layers here are a little bit taller than the 3rd one. So we're also going to be torting these into 2 separate layers each, giving us 5 layers in total, plus our cake tops, which we're also going to save and stack on top at the end. So we're just going to start by trimming these down with our cake leveler, which I've already preset, and then we'll stack and fill them in just a moment. So now that we finished leveling and torting our layers, we can start stacking and filling. And I'm going to be using some chocolate American buttercream to stack and fill my layers. And if you guys are interested in my recipe, I will leave a link to that video in the description box below. So we're just going to put a little dab on our cake board, and this is going to act as glue. And because our cake is going to be a little bit on the taller side, we are going to add some supports and a small cake card around the middle section of our cake, and it's going to be smaller than our actual cake itself because we have some carving to do and you don't want that to get in the way. So we're just going to finish spreading this out, and we're going to apply our first layer, press it down, and then we're going to continue stacking and filling. Alright, so we've reached about a halfway point of stacking and filling, and now we're going to add our supports. Now, typically I like to use a wooden skewer because they're easier to dispose of and they're much better for the environment. But in a pinch, when you can't find them, plastic straws will do. So we're just going to use 4 of these in a staggered pattern here, and we're going to use a small cake card on the top, and then we're going to proceed to finish stacking and filling our layers on top of that. Alright, so we finished stacking and filling, and I think that looks pretty good. I used all 5 of my leveled layers, and just to make sure it was going to be tall enough when we carve it, I added one of my largest cake tops on the very top. So we have about 6 layers in total, and I do have a support system right in the very center, so that should stay nice and sturdy for us. So we're just about ready to start carving, but one thing I like to do before I start is chill my cake really well, because it is so much easier and cleaner to carve a cold cake without destroying your project. So we're going to wrap this in some plastic wrap, and we're going to stick it in the fridge for about a good half hour to 45 minutes, or depending on your level of patience, you could stick it in the freezer for about 15 or 20. Alright, so while we're waiting for our cake to chill, now is the perfect time to make any decorations that you might have planned. Now, the majority of this cake is going to be decorated in buttercream, but I am going to do the smaller details in fondant, such as her cute little face and possibly her stripes, and I'm also going to give her a cute little birthday party hat. And now I do have a stencil made up for her face, which I think you guys can see there. But I'm just going to kind of wing it with the hat because it doesn't have to be very big. There's only going to be a very small space in between her ears. So I'll show you guys what that looks like as soon as I'm finished. So while we were making our decorations, that gave us plenty of time for our cake to chill, and it's firmed up nicely and should be good and easy to work with now. And we're going to be using a small serrated knife and a gentle sawing motion to trim off the excess that we don't need anymore. And I also want to show you guys this cute little reference picture that I found, and I'm going to use this to help me create the shape that I need. And then I think we're going to start at the bottom because we don't need to cut very much off there. We just need to round it out a little bit, and then I'll work my way to the top and I'll show you guys what it looks like before I start my curl coat. Alright, I finished carving our kitty cat and I think he's turning out pretty good. Now he is supposed to be a little chubbier around the waist than this, but we can add a little bit of girth when we add our final coat of icing. We'll just have to build it out a little bit before we smooth it. But first things first, we need a crumb coat. So we're going to take a little bit of our light gray American buttercream and we're just going to add a nice light layer all over our cake, and we're going to smooth it out using a flexible smoother. Alright, there we go. Doesn't he look super cute? It's actually starting to look like Pusheen now, and I think it's absolutely adorable. I can't wait to see it when it's finished. So this little guy is actually starting to come back to room temperature, and he was a little bit hard to ice. So we're going to get him back in the fridge to chill for a little while, and when we come back, we're going to start working on that final coat of icing. Alright, so our cake is chilled once again, so it's time for the final coat of icing. So I've taken the rest of my gray American buttercream and I filled up a couple of piping bags because in order to build out that icing around the bottom and make them look a little bit chubbier, I think the easiest thing to do is going to be to pipe it on, and then we're going to smooth it out using our flexible plastic smoother once again. Now once I've finished that, I have it looking how I want it to be, I'm going to switch over and we're going to do the smaller features like his little front paws and his tail. Alright, there it is so far. I think it's turning out so cute and it's really come together. I can't wait to see it with the little front legs and her tail, which we are going to do next. And to do that, we're going to be just piping it on using a piping bag. And if you guys have a round piping tip, that would actually be really handy, but I don't have a large one. So I just snip the end of my bag and hopefully that'll do the trick. So we're just going to gently pipe this on, and if I mess it up any, I'm going to smooth it out a little bit using a flexible plastic smoother. Well guys, here she is. She's all finished and I think she turned out absolutely perfect. Now, I've made quite a few different cat cakes before, and as far as cuteness goes, I think this one might just take the cake. And not only that, she was really fun and really simple to make. So I hope I've inspired you guys to give it a try yourself. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you guys know what to do. Leave me a big thumbs up and leave me lots of love in the comment section too. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you receive notification every time I post a new video. And if you do happen to give it a try, don't forget to tag me on my Insta at TheRobyn'sNest83. I really want to see your creations. They absolutely make my day. Thanks for watching, guys.